right, everyone, welcome back. Alex Gorman from the stands here today, joined very luckily by a man who has really been flying the flag for Australian mixed martial arts and Muay Thai and kickboxing as well, Daniel Williams. So, firstly, Daniel, how are you doing here on this Friday morning?
Hey, good, Alex. Yeah, it's pretty wet in Perth at the moment. 8 a.m. here, so I actually had a bit of rough sleep, so I woke up a bit late today, so that's why I'm kind of in my PJs and that. But just yeah, stoked to speak to you, man. Thanks for having me on.
No, awesome, man. Thank you. It's a pleasure to have you on. So, I always like to kind of start at the beginning. So, I kind of want to know, how did you first get involved in martial arts? Where does your journey begin as a martial artist?
My journey began. I went to like a karate class when I was about 6 years old. Could have been 7 years old, because my brother was doing it. And then, yeah, man, I was hooked ever since. Because as kids, my yeah, me and my brother, we just loved all the martial arts films, like the video games, Mortal Kombat, just Jean Claude Van Damme films, like all of them. And my uncle as well, he's a Muay Thai kickboxer, so I've always been aware of that because my mum's Thai. I was born there in Thailand. And so it's kind of feel like it's just always been in my blood, man. And yeah, when I started karate, 6, 7, I went to Taekwondo after that. Then I went to Ninjutsu. Then I went to Hapkido. Then I went to kickboxing. Then finally Muay Thai arrived because I always wanted to do Muay Thai, being, yeah, my uncle being a Thai boxer and, yeah, just being from Thailand. It opened up in our suburb. And yeah, straight away, me and my brother joined that. And then, yeah, from there, the journey just continued into MMA.
Yeah. So one thing that's sort of really, really common when we've spoken to a lot of fighters is that martial arts for them, was, a bit of an escape, especially when they were sort of, younger, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Yeah.
Martial arts was sort of an escape for them, whether it was, an escape from sort of, their own issues they were dealing with, anxiety, self-identity, things like that, or, just an escape sort of from everyday life, that 9 to 5 grind, sort of regularness of life. Was that sort of the same for you? Was martial arts sort of, an escape when you were sort of a little bit younger and, allowed you to sort of deal with life a little bit better?
Yeah, good point. 100% it was. It was a massive escape for me. I really was a shy kid and hated social settings. And martial arts was, yeah, my escape of the anxiety and the social anxiety and just kept me like it was just my goal setting because yeah, I wanted to pursue martial arts as a career. So it was kind of like, yeah, my passion, my desire. So it was kind of, yeah, always an escape for me. The other mundane things I got to do in life, like going to school and that at the time, I didn't enjoy school. And yeah, so martial arts sort of just kept me grounded. And yeah, it was my kept me fantasizing in my brain of where I could go with it.
What's up, guys? It's Josh here from the stands. And look, I know you're in the middle of a good little interview that we're currently doing, but I want to take a second of your time just to give a quick little shout out to today's sponsor, TrainAid. Obviously, they're big supporters of us, like we are of them. And today they're sponsoring this video. And look, I want to let you guys know about a little product they do. Their premium product, TrainAid Hydration. It's the best hydration formula on the market, guys. I'm not gonna lie to you. And look, if you don't believe me, ask guys like Israel Adesanya, Alexander Volkanovski, Leon Edwards. You ever heard of these guys? I mean, they're the top athletes in the world. And they're all taking TrainAid Hydration. It really is the #1 formula in the world for hydration. And in the summer months here in Australia, I mean, it's something that I think everyone should be taking. And TrainAid have been very nice to give us a discount code, a very healthy discount code as well. I mean, it's a nice little discount code. If you use the code FTS15 at the checkout, they will give you 15% off. We'll leave a link to their website in this description of this video. And yeah, check them out, guys. Please support them because they are supporting us. Cheers.
Yeah, for sure. So, you just mentioned it there that, you were involved in a lot of different martial arts growing up as a kid. Since then you've competed, on a big stage, both for Muay Thai, kickboxing, and MMA. I'm curious, when you sort of first got into competing seriously, did you always want to compete in various disciplines, or, have you kind of just been taking it one fight at a time, dipping your toe in sort of a different aspect of combat sports each time?
Yeah, I didn't like when one championship had they were doing all three sports. I was really drawn to that. I'm like, man, I can do all three sports because when I was doing Muay Thai, I wanted to do MMA, But I didn't really want to stop Muay Thai either, so I wanted to do both, and just having a promotion that catered towards that, made my career very unique, and that's why I was just blessed to be able to do a couple of sports, now three, adding kickboxing as well, which wasn't really what I was super drawn to, but Muay Thai and MMA I was. So it's just I didn't have the initial plan to do all three. It's kind of crazy, man, doing all three sports at once. It has its, it's falls in your training efforts, but just it's when you're sticking in one discipline, you maximize your training efforts and your skill level. So it's definitely taken me a lot longer, but I don't shy away from any challenge, and I think it's pretty cool, and keeps it entertaining just to be able to test myself in the three different disciplines.
And you just said there that there might be some drawbacks, training across three different disciplines, competing in three different disciplines, but are there some benefits as well? Whether it's small technical adjustments you learn in Muay Thai that you can apply in your MMA striking, or you can shift slightly to work better in MMA. From your perspective, what are sort of the benefits of competing across three different disciplines?
Yeah, I always look at the positives, and it's an art piece for me, being able to showcase all my martial arts in different martial arts. And I think the benefits, man, is just like the journey it's taken me on, and just being able to take on any challenge, because there's always growth from that. Win, lose, or draw, you're always going to grow. So I just think, just the pros where it's taken me around the world, give me a high quantity of fights as well. I've been pretty active in my last 15 years of fighting. And just where it's taken me, and just any road bump that comes across in life, it's kind of like I've opened my mind a lot by not sticking in one lane, and it's just massive growth from it all.
Now,
it's kind of, you just see the different sports a lot. Feel like you just technically it's like, I feel like Muay Thai is not the best sort of ground, like it's not super beneficial for MMA, because you're very heavy footed, and you want to stand in the pocket a lot, and it's it's no stepping back in Muay Thai, and that's really great. MMA, that's causing me to get taken down a lot, and I feel like the kickboxing's got a lot better footwork, so it's kind of like when I had the kickboxing fight opportunities, and it's kind of like, this is good for MMA. That's what I was thinking, like this is going to be good, it's going to help me train my footwork a bit better, and so there's pros to that as well.
Yeah, definitely. Now, talking about your upcoming fight with Banma, I'm curious, where do you think you can take advantage in that fight? Because, obviously some people are just going to go, well, the striking, but maybe without giving the whole game plan away, are there one or two things specifically you've seen that you feel like you can really take advantage of?
I think, because, from what I've seen, he seems to shy back from when the person can take his best shots, or not phased by him too much, but stay in the fight and come back stronger. So I feel like I can test his heart a little bit to see if he really wants to be in there, because I'm not going to shy away from him at all. And I'm going to take his best shots, and I'm going to keep coming forward. So, I feel like I can exploit him there and just test his mindset and test his heart.
Yeah, definitely. And, obviously you'll be fighting in Lumpinee Stadium for this one, and, for anyone that knows Muay Thai or even a bit of martial arts, they know that stadium is, one of, if not the most important stadiums, in the world of martial arts, sort of everywhere. And, you mentioned it there, as well, your uncle was a Thai boxer, so, you feel like fighting is in your blood. I was just wondering if you could talk to sort of the significance or the importance of, fighting in a stadium like that, having that opportunity.
Yeah, it's huge, because I've been aware of this stadium ever since I started Muay Thai. It was the pinnacle of Muay Thai. A lot of history there. So for me to fight on that stage, it's been a dream come true, and it's it just really goes. It just as that little boy I was when I was starting Muay Thai, knowing about Lumpinee, and to say that I actually fight there for world titles and stuff. Like it's pretty surreal when you really look back at it. Like, holy shit. And it's cool to be able to keep fighting on it. So I definitely want to fight Muay Thai there, though I haven't yet. But just blessed to be able to fight in that stadium, that presence. It gives a different energy towards it, because I feel like I'm just fighting in like the Rome Colosseum in comparison kind of thing.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. And, look, I think the other thing as well that's going to be exciting about this fight is, both of you do have an all action style in terms of both of you, always come to fight, always put on an entertaining fight as well. But, do you think that this fight has the potential to go to distance? I'm just curious, considering that you both sort of have this all action style, can you see this one going the distance at all?
I don't like to see any fight go the distance, man. It's how I train and stuff. So and I feel like his style, is exactly his he likes his striking as well. He takes a lot of risks, so I don't see it going the distance. But it's a fight game, man. If we're both well prepared, we will both be able to get through. If we can't both stop each other, it's going to be a points decision fight. But yeah, I think mentally, I think we're both. He's got a higher stoppage rate, and so do I with our wins. So yeah, I don't see it going the distance.
And just last question from me, man, because we really appreciate you giving us some time, particularly this early in the morning for you. But
yeah, thanks for having me, man.
No, of course. But just when I was doing some research, I saw that you've spoken in the past about focusing on sort of your mental health and improving sort of where you are mentally and how that sort of translates to fighting. And I'm just curious, is that something that sort of you've naturally just begun to focus on as you get older, sort of recognizing that importance, or sort of is focusing on the mental side of the game something that you consciously decided to do, a couple of years back?
Yeah, I've always felt like, life in general, but martial arts is a very mental sport. So it's always been my goal to, strengthen the mind when you come through adversity. But I just definitely think with age and stuff, you kind of really make it a priority, and because you can just, see actions in your life, and where you can better yourself, and where your brain is, and why you're not present in training and stuff like that. So I think it's really important to as I've got older, and I'm sure everyone's the same, I'm sure you're the same, you kind of really make that a priority, making sure taking care of your mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Daniel, thank you very much for joining us today, man. It's been an absolute pleasure to have you on, and you've been an excellent interview as well, man. We want to wish you all the best in preparation for your upcoming fight, and, hope everything goes to plan. And we'd love to talk to you again in future, man.
Oh, absolutely. Alex, thank you so much for having me on, man. I really appreciate it. It's been a great interview. And thanks for having me. Chat to you soon for sure.
Brilliant. Thank you, man.
Hey, have a good day.